taking part in the Art Soundoff challenge. And yes, I know the audio is not as good as it was. Um, so what's going on is every, every year when I end the last week of Art Soundoff, I like to do something about showcasing my art processes, taking advantage of the fact that I'm using YouTube. So I figured this year I would actually do showcase how I put together a comic. Not Jake and Leon, but a comic like Captain Yuletide. But I want to start this year by first creating a template for the cover and the trade dress. So that's what I'm going to be doing here, and I'm going to use stuff from here. This is last year's comic, issue number 5, where I had 2 Captains Yuletide. Now I made these with help of the 3D dolls, and it always seems to screw up. Always seems to look weird when I use them as a reference rather than just doing it by hand. So it looks a little different than you can see in the comic, but it still looks close enough. I mean, it's just a bit strange. Something else I need to work on. So I'm going to start by opening up the new thing for the template. I don't remember if this is right size or not. And put comic, and let's see, postcard size. This is the settings that I want to use for this. You weren't in millimeters. I gotta change that. I gotta figure out how to change this to something I know, but it should be pixels actually. So this is not even right. It should be pixels. Resolution. Let's go 600. Bleed width. It's fine. Oh no, this is creating their template. I want to see if they have one for covers. Comic material. 1 frame. 2. 3, 4. It's not a frame. It's just it's the cover. 4 frames upper with title. 8 frames with title. That'd be good to know, but what I really need is a cover, so I guess I'm not using any frames at all. Okay, so template, not what I thought it was. So we'll click OK. And this is the this will be the size I want, because Captain Yuletide I always set up like a mini comic, so it was about mini comic size. So what I'm going to do here, I'm trying to remember which of these folders is about. Okay, that's that part, and then that's the Captain Yuletide logo. Let me see if I can do something here. I cannot. Okay, I don't think I can. Well, that's fine. Let's start by creating a folder. Call this just one big folder. I'll call it trade dress. I want to save this as something. Just come up. I'll fix it. I'll put it in the right spot later. No, let me do it now. Unity Spotlight. Images. Yuletide. Yuletide. Cover. Template. Now, what I want to do is find out where my mouse went. There you are. Hit writing to file. It's taking forever because it seems to be kind of slow today, possibly because I've got the antivirus running today. Now, Folder 7. This is the Yuletide logo. Let's see what I got here. Okay, so folder 8 is the tag, and folder 9 then is the present. Okay. So let's try something else here. Copy over here. Okay, so that will work. Do what I want. It did! Oh, cool. Put that inside that folder. And back over here for you later. Alright, good. Good, it did what I wanted. So apparently that one was smaller, but I'm going to make definite, this is the size for all future Captain Yuletide comics going in. So, let me rename this tag, rename this present, and I put these two in another folder called logo. Now, I can take the logo folder, and this is what I love about folders in Clip Studio Paint. Watch this. Scale rotate. You may notice my layout is a bit different. Tools, because I want to make sure keep the aspect ratio. I do not want to change the vector width. Okay, maybe I do. Okay. Now I'm going to move it to the... Okay, saving recovery information. This is kind of a pain in the butt for me. On the other hand, I know that if I turn it off, I'm going to regret it. So this is a fight I'm not winning. So I'm not even going to try to beat that one. I gotta put up with it. Oops. What happened? Should be on the logo. What the heck's going on here? Should be on the logo. Should only be moving the logo thing. Why am I moving? Should be moving this entire folder. And that's not what's happening. Doing it again. Frustrating. There we go. Now I got that straightened out. There's something. I think it's too big. So let's go just a hair. That was too small. I bet you that's the size I just had it to. Okay. Now, let's do. Excuse me. Comic logo. And now what I'm going to do is come over here and close this up. Sure. Okay, this is the one. No, I want to do that here. Copy. Paste. Okay. Using BW as an example here. Hold on. Why aren't we moving? What's going on here? Okay. Let me see something here. Grabbing one of my old logo on my own comics here. Yeah, that should be smaller. BW should be smaller than that may still be too big. So, go back here. Get that down a little bit. Within that space. Cool. Now, let's W logo. Let me see what's in here. BW arm. Okay, that's BW itself. That I don't want to change. This I do want to change. This I actually want to delete. I'm not going to do it this way anymore. So let's just clean that out. There's one issue number. And I'm going to do it with fonts instead. I was doing it by hand. The logo is done by hand. It's fine, but I think I'm going to start doing this as a logo. Now I just got to find what I think is the right font. These are all the... Oh, no, I got this on technological. Dialogue, fonts, sound effect fonts, all fonts. Yeah, I've got a thing here for all my different fonts. Dialogue, sound effect, technological, and then one for all fonts. I could probably make a few more categories if I want to, but let's see. That's a good one for the issue number. Just I figured it would be easier to do it this way if I use a font instead of... I may go ahead and use like the... Font of Boom's nice, but I think I'm Bazooka. There's a... Actually is a marker font. Find it. This is one of those times where I hope I'm still recording. Market Pro. Huh, it's got possibilities. Let's try this up. Number 6. Let's try what else we got here. No, too thick. No, it doesn't really stand out much. This isn't even all the fonts I own. That's just... No, that looks... doesn't look as good in numbers, I guess. No, not for this comic. I want something more festive-y, I think. Christmassy. What do we got here? Nice, but I want something more... I don't have any just Christmassy fonts listed in here. Should probably work on that. There's no number for that, so that's not going to work. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? No. Let's see. Ooh, it's not working. Oh yeah, I like this one. Change the color. Red. It's red. Almost. Yeah. Where's that brush thing again? Just, I mean, if this were on the shelf, it's not going to be, because for one thing, it's a mini comic. I'm not using Caligula in a Christmas comic. But when you're coming up with the logo with the phrase, you got to make sure you're getting the attention of. Yeah, I like this better. I want to use this instead. Yes, I'm going to use this. That's what I'm going to go with. You want to make sure, if you're doing a cover, you want to make sure that's going to get somebody's attention when they walk by you, or when you're on the store shelf. Nothing that is obnoxious, but something that just says, "Hey, look at me. That might be something you'd be interested in." I feel like this is too small. Okay. Center. Sure this is centered right. Let me do this now. Let me bring up the grid. Let me zoom in. Put this out of the way. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's good. One thing I do want to do with this logo is, let me save what I've done so far, so I don't regret later. What I'll do is, I think these lines are too thick. I'm going to try and, so I'm going to do select all the lines on the present, and then the bow. Oh, these are really thick. I'm too thick in my nut. Now, I can take and make sure I have the right control for the right thing. Now, brush size, start bringing that down a bit. I will have to compensate the colors, but I think that looks a little better. Yeah, that looks better. Now I just gotta fix the colors and we'll be fine. So, I'm on red. Bring up the brush tool. There may be another way to get these lines to color in, but I don't think I'm going through that extra trouble. So, choose a brush size here. Undo. Here, this is the colors. This is the colors. Okay. I'm on the colors layer, and I'm going to let me turn off the tag so I can see what I'm doing. Just in case I ever for some reason need this present. Apart from the tag, for if I want to do something crazy with the logo one year, I'll be able to. That's the thing with a template. You got to try and give yourself an opening to do things in the future with it. Because I've seen logos where the villain will smash the logo or take it or otherwise deface the logo. There have been stories where other things happen to it. So I just kind of want to cover my base, cover my butt, I guess. I screwed up some more down here. Okay, that's where I went off the lines. Never been good coloring in the lines. This is the easiest way to do this. I think I'm going to turn the grid off now. I don't need it. I'm actually doing this with the mouse. I'm recording this on my regular computer, not the regular art computer, because I can go widescreen on this, and that's going to be annoying because the way my art's set up, the way the art setup here is, blocks my access to the keyboard. So I'm going to have to play with that best I can. Now I'm putting the tag back. Press and close, and I gotta fix it. No, tag's fine. Like these colors can be a little thicker, they're drawn in. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. I can deal with that. And basically, that's all I gotta do. So now that this is a font, I can just every year change the number, and I know the font will be matching up. I don't know if I should call it BW logo because I also got the issue information in here. W / issue number. There we go. So this, I just put logo. And there you go. The trade dress is already set. Now every year I can just go to this template, save it as, right now I'm just saving the template information. But now, here's the final thing I'll do tonight. Let's see how this recording came out. Hopefully it didn't come out terrible. I'll save as number 6. This will be beneficial to me later when I go to create the pages, and then when I go to create what do you call it? When I go to create the final PDF file. So let me just go ahead and create the new folder now. So let me. Should go in here, and this is where I'll save it. I'm going to make the PDF file. It'll be easier to say 00 rather than cover. And so, which size entries for that? That's how I'm going to do. That's how I do. I set the trade dress and the cover, and the cover information comes up. So tomorrow I am going to scan in the rough of the cover, and we'll start going into that process. So we'll see you tomorrow for that. These videos may be a bit longer than the typical art sound-offs, but that's just the way it's going to work out. And the audio is going to sound like this. I'm going to use a few different programs, trying things out, seeing what works. But if you want to read this comic when it's done, you can go to my website, bwspotlight.com. If you want to check all the other art sound-off participants, go to Twitter and do a search for the hashtag ArtSoundoff. And if you want to maybe come in during this last week or figure out how to do it next year, go to artsoundoff.com. So we'll see you tomorrow when we actually make the cover. And until then, I wish you all happy creating.